of us, we know of this project here, and some of us has been to this project. And when we are talking about M5 GovCo project, this is what it looks like, and this is the project that we're talking about, which is the flats, block of flats that we're busy buying, and it's a 29 units. But where are we on this project, right? That's what we want to speak to today. So some of you might have been on the journey a little bit longer with us on this particular project, because when we first bought this project, it was heavily vandalized, and there was a section that was burnt, and we actually started off within this project about, I think, almost a year and a half ago, and we have gone on to renovate it. We put in our own money to renovate it, and then now the building is actually fully functional now.
Now, the capital we raised so far in total is 5.55 million. Okay, that's the money that went into Elize's account. And so far, we've spent 1.95 on GovCo, and we've spent 2.8 at Link Road.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to M5 Property Addicts, and we are here at the show and tell. We had to do this for you because we know you couldn't be here with us, and today we are out in Florida. This is the place that you have put in your investment, and this is the building where it is. It starts off all the way from that brown thingy is, and this whole section here. So from this side of the building, literally at the bottom, these are all the units that we've got, and on the top, that's some more units that we've got. So we are in the heart of CBD. That's where we are, and there is no better place to be. Something else that it was cool that we did recently. Let's go just one.
Project number 2. I think maybe the other question that someone else asked me the other day, and I just want to address that, is that someone said to me, TJ, why did we go into the project number 2 and we haven't even fully bought project number 1? And this is what happens when there's plenty of opportunities on the table. You kind of like sift off what is the cream, and when you've got a cream one, you jump on it. I want to speak to Link Road. So Link Road is in Cape Town, in an area called Bellevue, and within that same area, Reta is already managing 2 other projects. And within those 2 other projects, they are fully functional. We've had them for about a year and a half or so, and they've been good to us. And we also have another 3rd project which we are also starting off. So in the area now, we will be having like 4 projects, and all of them are all student accommodation. The area is conducive for student accommodation because it sits in and around, I think, about at most 3 kilometers to several schools, or should I say several institutions. So it's really is a good area in terms of it. And that is the reason why when this project came by, we decided we actually have the full cash here. If we are to jump into this project, we can be able to release the funds quicker on this project because we are going into 2021. When it registers, we can quickly go in and we can put in students, and thereafter we can then be able to release the monies.
Yo guys, I am so excited for student accommodation this year, and it's because that of COVID that we actually have a lot of opportunities in that space. If I compare to the amount of students that I had last year that contacted me for accommodation versus this year, last year this time I had 2 people that paid their deposits and they only moved in at the end of January. So far in that other project I already have 10 students that moved in. And I think we've responded, and we're busy talking to about 300 students, right? And the reason for that is because of the whole COVID situation. What has happened is that the universities like UCT had a announcement on their website that they are only doing single rooms at Res this year, which means that 50% of the students that used to go to Res in the previous years now also don't have accommodation, right? Then you'll see news articles floating around that these universities announce that there will be no face-to-face classes for the first semester. But if you read through that full article, you will see that, please, students must still come to campus. And then you're like, how does that work? So they're literally making rooms available at campus where students must come in and study, and they do online learning, but on campus, okay? It just means that they're not sitting in a class and all together next to each other like we all used to, watching a lecturer give a class, right? So all of these students, I have just yesterday, I've upgraded my internet again, and I'm evaluating and getting a specialist in to come and make sure that my internet is ready for this, because we are going to have lots of streaming. We're going to have lots of people wanting to use the internet. But most of these students don't have the facilities or a conducive learning environment at home, and they still have to come to campus. At the end of last year, we had lots of students being called back because they were failing at home, and they got called back and they had to come and do online learning on campus, right? Where they also have support, etc., etc. So this year for me has been an absolute explosion of demand. I thought last year was hectic. I thought this year would be okay, but I never realized that it would be this huge. And the benefits of having all of these projects together in the same area is that I already know what the university will pay. I've already have relationships with the bursary officers at campus. If I get full up on one property, I can actually just take the overflow students to another property, or vice versa, or whatever. And I can just help so many more students in that area.
Hi there. So I'm out at a new place, or the new place that's registered last week, Thursday, I think it was. And this is also in Belleville, very close to where our other student accommodation property is. This is the front of the house. I'm going to go out a little bit. So you see there, that is actually like a one-bedroom flat, and it's got a bathroom and a kitchen and a lounge and even a dining area. So in there we're going to put some students and potentially put a drywall or something in there, so that we can actually have a two-bedroom flat instead of a one-bedroom flat. And then we're just busy fixing up some of the loose paving that was around here. Today the guys came out and they actually put up the locks for us. The keypad is coming in later today, and there's just a side door for somebody with a car to go to the back. Anyway, this is the main kitchen. So that is basically it. But we should have about 30, 32, 34 students in here, depending on if it's COVID or not. But yeah, that is the plan. Like I said, this property has registered already, and we already have a waiting list of students for this property, and hopefully we'll start moving in the beds. I'll do some more updates as we go along, but we should be able to move in. Well, we have a move-in truck organized for Monday that's going to bring all the furniture. The internet has been ordered, the security gates are going up today, the access, all of that, and we're making good progress. So yeah, this is Link Road. So for all our investors, thank you for investing. M5 Chad guys, this is your property, and we are very, very excited to do this, go through this journey with you guys.
Honestly, I've been following you guys since last year.
Okay.
I think around August, when I was looking for investments. Then I went through your website to see what properties do you have, how does your investments work.
Right.
So it was something of interest to me because it's something that I'm not used to.
Sure.
And also the transparency that you guys have. Also have legal representatives, which is very important when you are in business.
100%.
Because if you do a one-on-one friendly contract, some things can go wrong.
Sure.
So if you have a company that is owned by different people, if that person is not there, you still know that the company still exists and has legal representatives, have professional people in there. Like your guys, you have your developers, your project managers, your
legal counsel.
So that gave me a lot of strength, and I still want to invest more with you guys.
It's just a trust and relationship. You either have it from the, for me personally, it was just that connection from the first time we met. So for me, it was the trust, the relationship, and just seeing what happens, what you guys are, what your sort of motivated and drive is towards, to get property investments and to add value and stuff like that. So that was my take on it. And I'm always connect with people from, so automatically for me that, just made sense. And the relationship, I mean, we connected from the first time. So for me, I think it's, you got to connect with someone first and foremost. Because if the connection's not there, it's no matter what they do.
Firstly, your team. When I looked at your team, because I started knowing you guys earlier this year, around, I think it was just before lockdown.
Sure.
Now, when I looked at your team, each of the members, like in your team, they are quite credible. Besides you yourself, of course, being the SA Investor of the Year last year.
Sure.
Because the SEPIN team, anything that they credit must be trustworthy, because the SEPIN team themselves are quite a credible team.
Basically, I saw the work that you guys do. I really have faith in it. I'm here to make money. I think you are a proven and tried and tested method. I watch all your YouTube videos, some very insightful content, and I really believe in the journey that you're on right now. And I like your strategy inside investors.
And I saw this M5, then I quickly went on Google. I googled M5. I went to your website. I checked. So I saw that you have a lot of knowledge. You are actually in the game, because if someone speaks about something that is already there, then you can at least have faith that he's doing it, rather than someone who's just speaking but is not doing it. And I said, you know what, because I wanted to invest in property, I don't have more information than I need to learn.
Sure.
So part of the learning is to invest along with the professionals, so that I can learn as we go. Then when I start being an active investor, I will know that I've already have someone who taught me how can you do these things.
I think I had just gotten tired of looking and postponing, and because I just didn't have the time to find properties myself, when I came across you guys, I thought, I'm making more money with you than trying to manage a tenant and getting like a fraction of what I was getting with you, so it made sense.
And how do you enjoy that money that comes through?
Yes, on the 10th, yes.
Right.
Every morning on the 10th, my WhatsApp is there and it's already in my bank account.
Well, I've always wanted to be in property, but I didn't know how. And I went into the classes. I attended the property classes, investing classes. And I found that this was the best way to go for somebody who doesn't want to just mess it up. And this was the best way to learn and continue with you guys.
I think the first thing is my passion for property, and I'm a risk taker. And the third thing is I trust you.
So TJ, I think for me it was the fact that I've been following you for some time. We came through the same education system, proper investment, and I've seen what you've done. And I think for me it was sort of an easy decision, to invest with you and to build a partnership with you and to create a legacy for ourselves and our family and creating accommodation for people.